Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here to Yost Ice Arena on this relatively clear but humid Sunday. My name is Nick Hornberg. Joining me here, next to me, Jeremy Parks. And here we have the first exhibition game of the season for Michigan's hockey team against Waterloo from Kitchener, Ontario. Not much to report tonight. Aside from Hayden, nothing notable in the lineups aside from Michigan's starting goalie, Hayden Levine, who started in goal last night against Vermont and carried the load much of last season, is not dressed today. He will not be playing as this is an exhibition. Starting in goal for the Wolverines, number 31, Strauss Mann.
It'll be interesting to see here, Nick, how Waterloo stacks up against Michigan, trying to come off of a rough opening season loss last night to Vermont 5-2. A game in which the Wolverines tallied 50 shots, but just 2 in the back of the net. So we'll have to see how they do here against what is considerably lesser opposition coming from the minors in the college Canadian leagues.
Yes, however, it is an exhibition game, as you will see a lot more players tonight than you would usually see for the Wolverines. Starting left wing on the top line is Jack Randall instead of Michael Pastioff, who is not dressed, and the game is underway. Josh Norris wins the faceoff. Quinn Hughes takes it down the left side, plays it to Ciccone on the right. Plays it out to Randall. Randall unable to handle, and Nickel knocks the place back down to the Wolverine zone for Waterloo. And Hughes again on the right side tries another center puck, and Norris unable to handle it, and it falls to Nick Halagian. And it's played to Nickel. Lovey knocks it down to Halagian on the left side. Hughes in the center. Halagian goes for the shot, blocked by Mann. Nickel on the rebound, comes in, but repossessed by Josh Norris on the right side. Norris comes down the right. Norris tries to center puck to Lockwood. Nobody home. Lockwood does not see it. Halagian will come in on the right side to retrieve. And now Griffin Luce will take the puck for the Wolverines back in the Wolverine zone. Wolverines change lines. Luke Morgan comes on. Brendan Warren from between the circles takes a shot. Weak shot blocked there by Trevor Martin, starting goal for Waterloo. And Warren plays it back to Luce, unable to handle it. Retrieved by Morgan. Blankenberg on the right side. Tries to again play it through to Warren on the left. Unable to connect. Recovered there by Kenny Turner. Becker plays it back to Luce. Luce lofts a puck in there for Warren. Warren unable to handle. Blankenberg tries to play it back in. Space on the left side. Luce knocks it into the zone before picked up there by Brandon Grandinetti. And now Warren on the right side. And it will be covered up there by Trevor Martin. Another puck attempted to be played in there for Jack Becker, and we will see the first stoppage of play. Scoreless here, a minute and a half into the first period.
Decently open game so far here to start at Yost. It was a nice opportunity. The best one so far in that opening period of play was for Halagian. Came up that left wing, had a nice open shot in there on Strauss Mann, but a nice save made.
All right, and the faceoff there won by Nick Chazowski against Nick Pastioff. Battle of the Knicks right there at the center. And big hit there by Slaker on Jacob Cascanet. And now it will be Coulter who will dump it into the Wolverine zone. Mann takes a little bit of a dangerous pass out there. And now Slaker will take it on the left side, covered by Gertz. Gertz knocks the puck away, but retrieved by Slaker, and now Boca on the right side. Boca plays it up to Jimmy Lambert. Tries to play it in, nobody home. And now Gertz misplays a puck, Boca repossesses. Boca moves left. Slaker takes it at the midline. Pastioff has some space on the left side. Lambert in the center. Centers it for Lambert. Lambert with the shot. Good save to get over to the left by Trevor Martin. Covers it again. Another stoppage of play.
And that is all set up back by the play at the boards on the nice back pass there for Michigan. And that opens up the 2-on-1 opportunity. Lambert really should have done better with that one. Lifted up just a bit higher. And it's saved by the kick pad for Waterloo. But Michigan with their first big opportunity of the day.
And fourth line's in. Mitch Elliott versus Garrett Van Wy for Michigan. On the right circle again, won by Waterloo yet again. And Christian Mike, his first appearance tonight, fights for the puck. And now Raby tries to play it back, but ultimately recovered by Waterloo. And now Mike fights for it. Connor Lovey coming up the left side, guarded by Raby, dumps it into the zone, and it looks like Jake Gingell will recover for the Wolverines. Gingell through Raby's legs, puck goes back down into the zone, and Martin will retrieve it and try to play it out to Turner. That was bold. However, scrum there, and whistle blows, stoppage of play. Will be a face-off in the neutral zone.
Neither team with sustained possession in the attacking zone so far, so we'll see if these guys try and slow it up a little bit. A lot of forward passing, trying to stretch the ice are both sides. It's going to favor Michigan in terms of the speed category.
Face off in the neutral zone. Norris versus Siddall. And won by Waterloo yet again. Waterloo very strong on the face-off. Quinn Hughes Hughes knocks Gertz's stick away. And now Norris up the right side. Norris getting away from Siddall. Norris goes for the goal, and he scores. Michigan takes a one-goal lead in this exhibition game against Waterloo. Josh Norris with the solo goal, the flick over Martin into the left corner from the opposite side.
Josh Norris is going to be a centerpiece for this team this season on a team that struggled to get things going offensively last night. Perhaps a little confidence booster as he just came right up that right-hand side. Found the slot, got the nice redirect off the pass. Will Lockwood was in front there as well, but it's going to go to Norris on the odd angle.
And right there it was Norris guarded by Brandon Grandinetti from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. However, Norris largely able to bounce off him. Grandinetti falls, and the faceoff at the center is won by Luke Morgan for Michigan. And Nick Blankenberg, the freshman, dump it out to Luce. And now it's played back. Blankenberg to Warren. Warren crosses into the neutral zone. Becker dumps it into the zone. Martin will retrieve it and play it around the other way. And it looks like Warren will play it back into the zone. Another dump. Morgan and Becker both going for it. And it will be played back to Blankenberg. Blankenberg tries to center a pass. Nobody home. It's Connor Lovey. Correction, it's Cole. And now to Halagian. Halagian unable to control. Blankenberg recovers. And now it's Becker on the right side to Morgan. Michigan's entire line on the right side. Morgan cuts in from the right. Same position that Norris scored from. Morgan comes around, looks for the center puck. Nobody home. And whistle blows.
Going to be a penalty here, I think. Haven't quite seen the signal from the referees, and it will be indeed be a penalty as a late skate over to the box for Zach Coulter.
Yes, it will be Coulter. Will go to the box. 2 minutes. Not quite sure what it was. I failed to see it, JP. I don't know if you saw it.
I think they might have got him for a hook. As coming around the goal was Morgan, and he was looking for Becker right in front. Wasn't able to find him.
And now Michigan gets to blood their power play unit a little bit more. Michigan's power play, 2 goals in the first period. Their only offensive output. And Zach Coulter is penalized for tripping, is the official call. And Lockwood on the right side. Lockwood skates in. Hughes on the right. Hughes looking for it. Hughes back to Ciccone. Ciccone with the slap shot. Deflected by Martin, but unable to be covered up. Another scrum there between Olmsted and Connor Lovey. And whistle blows. Children of Yost not happy about the stoppage of play.
What's left of Children of Yost down there? Nobody in the house here at Yost tonight.
Yeah, very.
Maybe a quarter full here in the barn.
Very, very sparse crowd here at Yost Ice Arena. And it was a penalty on Jack Olmsted, Wolverines' fifth string player tonight. And it will be for a hook, and now it will be a minute 40 of 4-on-4 hockey. Hughes on the right side. Hughes retains possession. Hughes comes around. Plays it out to Norris. Ciccone at the middle. Back to Norris. Norris plays it back to Ciccone. Now Hughes. Hughes comes right. Moves toward goal. Hughes reverses. Now back to Lockwood. Lockwood gets floored by Gertz. And now repossessed by Waterloo. Dower tries to play it in. Hughes unable to corral it. However, Lockwood able to control the puck. And Michigan will retain possession. Lockwood comes into the neutral zone. Lockwood by himself gets past Lovey, but not with the puck.
Trying to do a little bit too much here, the Wolverines. A little fancy.
Yep.
Trying to make those nice dekes happen. They can just go north to south.
Yes, and will be repossessed. Here comes Michigan again. Josh Norris comes in. Boca on the right side. Boca plays for a center puck, looking for Norris. Knocked away by Martin. And it will be retrieved by Cole Murphy. And now it's Siddall. But now Nick Pastujov able to take it away. Pastujov coming down on the left side by himself. Guarded by Siddall, however. And another penalty will be assessed.
Sloppy play by both sides. I think they might get Waterloo here for interference.
It is charged to Brandon Grandinetti.
As he just held up Pastjov trying to get in on the puck. So now it's going to be 4-on-3 in favor of the Wolverines for 21 seconds.
Yes, Michigan now really allowed. This is a sustained test of Michigan's special teams right now. It'll be 4-on-3, and then another for 20 seconds, and then another 18 seconds of 4-on-4, and then essentially another minute 20 power play 5-on-4. And, well, the children of Yost, very sparse tonight. The whole crowd sparse tonight. The band is out in full force.
Mel Pearson's going to have a minute to draw something up out of the face-off. And this is a Waterloo team that is capable of giving up a lot of goals. They played local Ontario, Toronto area powerhouse Ryerson, lost 10-1 back on Wednesday of this past week, and then they played Thursday night against the Western Mustangs and lost in a close one, 4-3.
And it will be Pastjov versus Mitch Elliott, won by Michigan. Boca on the left side. Boca plays it out to Slaker on the right. Slaker looks for a lane. Ultimately plays back to Boca. Boca, weak shot. Pastjov in the middle. Free puck comes back. Lambert with a shot blocked away by Elliott. And Boca hits Elliott, puts him right in the board. Slaker puts himself on the ice, however, able to knock the puck down and keep it in the neutral zone.
That'll do it for the 4-on-3.
Slaker comes up for the left. Centers to Pastjov. Pastjov scores after scoring last night. The second power play goal, able to walk one in against the Catamounts of Vermont. Pastjov, not known for his offense, but from the center between the circles, able to slot one in. Michigan up 2-0.
And that's a save that needs to be made there in goal for Waterloo. That's a weak shot from Pastjov. It was a nice pass to find him in the slot, but just a weak cross that stuck right to the ice and got right past the left skate there on Martin. But nonetheless, it'll be a goal for the Wolverines, 2-0 here, just a few minutes in, getting close to about 6 minutes in with 13:57 left in the first period.
Now more 4-on-4, one there by Nickel. And now it's Como. And now it's Murphy, repossessed by Michigan. Hughes. Michigan returns to full strength. It is now 1 minute, 17-second long power play, and Ciccone comes up the right side. Ciccone plays it back to Norris. Good no-look pass there. Now Hughes on the left. Hughes comes around the wing. Hughes comes around the net looking for a center. Ultimately plays it out to Lockwood on the right by the blue line. Lockwood eyeing Ciccone. Lockwood decides to take it himself, plays it back to Hughes. Hughes centers. Now Norris on the right. Norris moves back center. He and Hughes switch places. Norris looking for that shot again. Norris centers the puck to Lockwood. Lockwood almost looking to shoot. Laid out there by Elliott. And now played back. And it will be a break for Elliott. Correction for Kagan Goetz, but recovered by Michigan. Joe Ciccone behind the net. And now Ciccone plays it back to Hughes in the neutral zone. Now Norris up the left side into the attacking zone and taken away by Goetz. But scrum there between Goetz and Pastjov. Goetz launches it all the way back. Now Hughes plays it back in. Scrum between Lockwood and Goetz. Ultimately won by Goetz. Goetz chips it off the board and out into the Michigan zone. And the power play ends. Waterloo returns to full strength, and Waterloo's able to get a change in. Jake Slaker behind the net for Michigan. Forechecked by Scanlon and Elliott. Now Morgan. Now Van Wy. Van Wy tries to take it himself, but Trevor Martin standing tall. And now repossessed there by Jack Randall. Now to Christian Mike. And repossessed by Waterloo. Van Wy going down, tries a wraparound shot, unable to steer it towards. And now Elliott to Turner. Turner on a 1-on-2 break, guarded by Mike and Gingell. Behind the net, Mike able to repossess it and slings it back out to Jack Randall. And dumped back into the zone by Andrew Cordson-David. Scrum, but repossessed by Van Wy. Van Wy tries to play one out. Jack Randall didn't appear to be ready for it. And the puck goes over to the right side. A lot of space, nobody there. Jake Gingell. And Randall unable to corral it. Takes a hit from Elliott on his way out. And now it will be Halagian put into the board there by Brendan Warren. And it will be Waterloo at the center. Shot from distance. Strauss, man, unable to handle that. That was a long, slow shot there by Dave Como. And Waterloo has gotten a goal back.
Well, that's back-to-back dinkers. One for Michigan, one for Waterloo, that time from distance. And boy, that's a save that you would expect Strauss, man, to make 100 times out of 100. It was all the way back in the neutral zone. And just a little shovel pass down on net that snuck up over that left kick pad and into the goal.
I don't even think Como really intended to shoot it. Another long shot attempt there by Grandinetti, just trying to see if they could get him again with it. And now it will be Griffin Luce.
That's not going to put the true freshman in good graces with Mel Pearson.
Indeed, Manley listed as the second goalie last night against Vermont, not played. Hayden Levine, of course, played all 60 minutes. And now repossessed by Waterloo. Grandinetti on the left side. Grandinetti tries to center it, nobody home. And Michigan will repossess. Griffin Luce behind the net. Luce waits for something to develop. Luce goes forward to Luke Morgan on the right. Centers it back to Luce. And Luce again. Luce dumps it into the zone. Nobody's going to chase it. And Martin takes it and gives it to Cascagnet. And now Bechtold takes it himself, however, deflected shot there up and out of play. And now halfway through this first period, Michigan has a 2-1 lead over Waterloo.
Bit of a sloppy game. It feels kind of like an exhibition out there. Doesn't feel like the Wolverines are moving at full speed, especially when they had the power play opportunity a few minutes ago. Maybe trying to find their legs, trying to get something going here after last night's 5-2 loss to Vermont. But it seems a little lackadaisical, a little lazy. There have been some nice back passes, some nice feeds. A lot of good vision, but just lacking some capitalization here.
And now a bit of a stoppage in play there while the players get set. And Waterloo will change lines before this face-off. Correction, they'll only change their defensive pairing. Marks and Bechtold, Waterloo's top center, will go against Nick Pastiov in the Wolverine zone from the right circle. And failed to note something, Jimmy Lambert has gone to the box for 2 minutes. Waterloo will have a power play. And knocked away there by Slaker against Bignell. Slaker trying to take it himself. Slaker hooked there by Bignell, and it will be 4-on-4 for another minute 50.
That's about as clear a penalty as they come. Bignell just wrapping right around him.
And Michigan's previous penalty that Jimmy Lambert is serving is too many players on the ice.
Four-on-four hockey again.
Once again, really, that's the fifth penalty of this first period that's not even halfway done in this entire game. And as stated, Adam Bignell is going to go to the box 2 minutes for hooking. And it will be Norris versus Nickel, won by Norris. Summers knocks it in. Jack Summers, his first appearance of the season. Josh Norris tries to take it himself, knocked away there by Nickel. Now Nickel takes it up the right side. Nickel looks for Halagian in the center. Nickel tries to take it himself, deflected over. Stick broken, Nickel's stick. The blade of his stick went flying across. Lockwood now will take it himself. 2-on-2 break. Boca on the right. Boca looks for it. Boca takes it himself. Nearly deflected straight back in off the boot of Nickel. And now Lockwood on the left side. Lockwood looking for the shot himself. Lockwood centers it for Mike. Mike scores. Michigan up 3-1. Mike between the circles, not playing last season. And his first appearance for the season in this game tonight yields a goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a nice snip from Mike, but what the heck were those hands from Lockwood? That was beautiful.
Yes, and
watch this on the replay as he cuts back inside out, a little deke, a little nutmeg between the legs for that back pass through the slot. That's just gorgeous work from Will Lockwood.
As Alex Drain and I said last night after Lockwood scored the first goal of the Wolverine season, welcome back, Will. As we know, Lockwood sustained a shoulder injury that required season-ending surgery at World Juniors at the turn of the calendar year last year. Missed the second half of the season, missed the Frozen Four run, and now the game is restarted. Elliott on the left side. And now it's Cordson David. To Nickel. Nickel with the shot. And Mike repossesses. Mike dumps it back behind the net, and it will be Luke Morgan. to Dakota Raby. A little bit too far, intercepted by Courtson David. Now, Cole Murphy. Coulter. Gingell repossesses the puck now to Mike, and a penalty will be called. A little bit unclear. And it will be a high stick. Nobody will go to the box. Correction. It is on Michigan. Dakota Raby will go to the box for a high stick. That's Michigan's third penalty and the 6th of the game between both teams. And now Waterloo will have a 4-on-3 play for 35 seconds. And then after that, another 11 seconds of 4-on-4. And then once again, about 1 minute and 10 seconds of power play, 5-on-4 for Waterloo. Michigan leading 3-1 in this first period, 11 minutes and 5 seconds in.
Just can't get those hands from Lockwood out of my head on that last feed.
That's understandable.
It's one of the best passes I've seen out of this Michigan team in my 5 years covering.
Yes, Lockwood, highly touted prospect coming in, drafted in the 3rd round by the Vancouver Canucks. Had a strong freshman season, even if it was a little bit sidetracked by injury. His sophomore season started off strong, 11 points in 16 games. However, had his season prematurely ended by a shoulder injury, as previously alluded to. He was not in for Michigan's Frozen Four run. As a result, a little bit forgotten about by a lot of people coming into this season. We talked about Lockwood a lot in the and what he brings, particularly on the power play, on the newly minted Yost cast released on Friday.
It's a great podcast name now, by the way, for that new Michigan College Hockey podcast on WCBN. The Yost cast.
And now, game will restart 4-on-3. Norris versus Nickel. Won by Nickel. And now, it will be taken by Dower. Dower plays it out to Coulter on the left. Coulter looks for a lane. He's got Nickel. Plays it back to Coulter. Coulter with the shot kicked away by Strauss-Mann. And the puck falls all the way down the ice into the zone. Michigan able to get a change out there. Out comes Slaker, Luce, and Brendan Warren. And here comes Waterloo again. Dower on the left side. Dower going to take it himself. Dower tries to deke. Runs right into Griffin Luce. The net comes off as Mooring's whistle blows. Griffin Luce, good job right there to obstruct Dower as he comes in. Looked like he had Strauss-Mann nailed to his spot.
Yeah, I really think Luce thought that. I don't think he thought he had the hands. He just let Dower kind of walk right in up that left-hand side. Didn't really try to close out on the edge or anything like that. There was nobody there for the pass right into the crease, but a nice job there by Dower, the nice defenseman move to get up inside and create an opportunity, and now they're going to have a nice offensive zone faceoff.
And now Michigan returns to 4 players. Jimmy Lambert comes back in, and now it will be Chazowski. Now Blankenberg able to repossess. Blankenberg looking for the dump, and now Michigan has a 2-on-1 break, 4-on-4. Warren on the right side. Looks for Slaker, plays it in for Slaker, tries to kick it in, almost missed it with his stick. And missed opportunity there, 4-on-4 now. Blankenberg again on the right side. There's a scrum in the wall. Now Slaker from the right, blocked away by Chazowski.
Waterloo's got a man advantage for 55 seconds here as we tick under 8 minutes in the period.
Yes, Michigan back out on the defensive. Garrett Van Wy comes in, replacing Slaker. And the dump into the Michigan zone. Not sure why Waterloo playing a dump and chase went on the power play, but now gets past Bignell and goes back down, and Waterloo has really wasted these 55 seconds, a little over 30 seconds remaining in this power play. And now it will be Bechtold.
That's just good forechecking from Michigan.
Intercepted by Randall and played back to Martin. Martin to Gertz, reverses ice, and now Bignell again. Garrett Van Wy on the forecheck. Chazowski centers it to Gertz. Halagian comes up alongside. Gertz tries to find Halagian, but Van Wy tries to knock it away. Good interception there by Cole Murphy. Correction, by Dower. And now it's Bechtold on the left side. Betchtold knocked away by Boca. Michigan returns to full strength. Raby going to have a one-on-one break with Lovey. Raby tries to play it, but a little bit of a relaxed, neutered poke right there. Easy cover-up for Martin.
Yeah, Raby right out of the box, caught a puck right in the neutral zone, had a break, but good defense there as Radke was able to cover him up. And then Lovey with the good defense in front.
And now Pastyov versus Michael Siddall. Pastyov wins. Becker to Hughes on the left side. Now Jack Becker comes in. He's got Hughes. Hughes looks to circle behind the net before he reverses and comes back up. Poked away there by Siddall. Murphy's going to pursue, but knocked back to Ciccone. Ciccone plays it in for Becker. Becker unable to corral it. It falls into the zone behind the net. Scrum by the wall before ultimately possession won by Waterloo. Turner now to Cole Murphy. Murphy tries to play it in. Hughes knocks it down with his skate. Hughes repossesses the puck with a good toe drag. Hughes comes up the left side, knocked away by Grandinetti, rather.
Grandinetti just lost his stick as well back in that deep left corner.
And now played out to Ciccone on the right. Ciccone tries to puck in, looking to feed Becker with a rebound. Becker unable to get a stick on it. And Becker tries to play it in almost from an odd angle, and now Turner will possess it. Turner just dumps it into the zone. Waterloo changes lines. Ciccone knocks it all the way down. Good pass there to Becker in the boards. Becker able to repossess. Becker tries to play one to Pastyov. However, Pastyov had lost his stick. He was on the ice. And Waterloo will repossess. Bad pass there by Cole. And now Cole drives into the zone behind the net. Jake Gingell able to there. Now Elliott tries to center the puck, but unable to be handled there by Michael Morgan. And now Jack Randall on the forecheck. Lovey just dumps it in, fielded by Gingell. And now to Luce. Luce plays it in the middle to Norris, a bit too fast for him, bounces off the skate, and now Cole will come up the right side. 4 Michigan defenders there. And Cole put into the boards by Luce. Now it's played out to Radke. Radke, a shot from distance, deflected up and over by Chizowski. And a scrum for the puck right there, ultimately won by Chizowski, but played back, intercepted by Norris. Now Lockwood on the right side. Lockwood, as we saw, set up the third goal. Lockwood cuts inside, plays it out to Norris on the right. Blankenberg coming in. Now Norris on the right. Norris looks to come inside. Slap shot by Boca, completely scuffed. And Warren able to take it behind the net. Warren looking for a shot. Shot from severe angle right there. Martin in good position, deflected up and out of play off the shoulder pad.
That's really one of the first times right there that Michigan's tried to set up that cycle in the offensive zone outside of a power play, and it worked pretty well for him. Got a couple nice looks. He'll take that deflection up there and take the face off.
And brief stoppage right there while.
So far the lone goal for Waterloo, Zach Coulter out of Owen Sound.
Yes, with the Como with the shot from distance, very weak shot, but Strauss, man, clearly not ready for it, and it just got right by his left skate and goes into the net. And now the teams change lines and get out there ready to take this face-off in the zone. Michigan will put Luke Morgan in the right circle against Nick Chizowski. And it's won by Waterloo. Dumped straight down the boards. Jack Summers unable to field it, however, goes out of play. Looks like it hit off a Waterloo player on the bench, and play will stop, and a face-off, I would guess, from the neutral zone. Correction, no, from the left circle in Waterloo's zone, and it will be Morgan against Chizowski again. And referee stops both players win early. And puck drops, won by Waterloo. And it's, this time, no mistake, shot straight down. And an icing will be called. First icing of the game, actually, for either side. And once again, the faceoff will come back to the left circle in Waterloo's zone. And Michigan changes lines. Waterloo does not. It will be Garrett Van Wy against Nick Chazowski. Battle of the number 51s. Garrett Van Wy early. Referee calls infraction. That was, well, anticlimactic. Van Wy will go over to the right. In comes Nolan Moyle, won by Waterloo. Covered up by Martin. Waterloo, despite the deficit, very strong on the faceoff so far in this first period.
Yeah, they've been doing pretty good in the circle. Quick correction as well. I said Coulter. I meant Como. Not listed on the line card, actually, for Waterloo tonight, the goal scorer. Down in that bottom left corner in very small print of the line card, I should say.
Yeah, Como with Cole Murphy and Michael Siddall not listed well, and the faceoff this time won by Michigan. Now Becker with a rushed shot there out wide. Boca played into Warren. Warren plays it back center. Warren looking for the shot, wraparound shot, over and out of play.
Yeah, tried to go top shelf there. Threw it wide up over the glass.
Now, bit of a push there on Becker. And now 3:46 left in this first period. Michigan a 3-1 lead. Michigan outnumbering Waterloo in shots 14-5. And now it will be Morgan versus Bechtold. And won by Waterloo. Michigan's players really falling all over themselves right there. And now Morgan dumps it into the zone. Warren plays it back to Morgan. Morgan mishandles the puck. Morgan reverses twice. Morgan looking for the center puck to Becker, and it scores! I don't even know if Jack Becker was able to get a stick on that. It appears it just deflected off of, I would say, Markson Bechtold's blade and back into the net. Becker may get credit for that goal, but very possible he did not touch it.
Well, we'll see here on the replay whether or not it caught a skate or not. It was a nice little scrum there right in the crease. Looks like he might have gotten a piece of it. If he did, it was ever so sweetly from Becker. Either way, it goes in the back of the net. We'll see how they credit it here at the scoring table. It's 4-1 Michigan.
And now Ciccone to Hughes. Michigan aggressive thus far, coming again. And now Raby on the left side. Raby tries to play one in for Hughes. Covered up there. And it will be Jack Becker credited with the goal.
And they do credit it to Becker. So he did get a piece of it. It didn't come off the dump in.
And now Garrett Van Wy. And referee blows the whistle. They will drop again. It will be Van Wy versus Cam Nickel. And won by the Wolverines. Raby on the left side. Raby loops around playing for a wrap shot. Mike was in position, however, sparring with Bignell there, unable to come up with it. Now Ciccone tries to play a puck in or around. Van Wy knocks it away. And it's played back past. It's going to go all the way down. And no icing called. Enough of a stick deemed came into contact with the puck. And now Hughes will come up back again. Hughes in the center, into the neutral zone. Now Raby on the right. Raby looks to come all the way around. Plays it back to Moyle behind. Moyle cross ice to Ciccone. Now to Hughes. Hughes looking for the shot. Now plays it to Moyle. Moyle looking to take it himself. Good shot. Blocked. Knocked down and covered up by Martin.
A little extracurricular there with Van Wy.
A little bit more than extracurricular there. Looks like Lovey, Van Wy, and Moyle ready to go at it as if it's the NHL.
Getting into it down in front of the net. And now Van Wy down on the ice. As he'll skate away.
And no penalties will be the assessed there. Jake Slaker, one of the two alternating captains for the Wolverines tonight, talking with the head referee about the issue.
And it looks like they are, in fact, going to send someone into the box. It's Dower.
It will be Dower for Waterloo, Van Wy for Michigan. Unsure.
Oh, initially Van Wy didn't have to skate over to the boxes. Now he comes over. He's pleading his case. Not going to help. It's going to be 2 minutes for both.
Looks like Van Wy skated over to the bench in hopes of escaping, and the referee came over to Mel Pearson and said, "Hey, you got to put him back in that box." And
Van Wy getting into it, the young freshman out of Seattle, Washington.
A little bit
mixing hands with Lee Dower out of Conception Bay, Newfoundland.
And a little bit of confusion there as both teams put 5 guys out there, but now 4-on-4. And face-off won by Michigan. Christian Mike on the right side. Mike still got it. Mike reverses again. Tries to play it in to Summers, but correction to Pastiyov. Pastiyov comes around. And now Lambert trying to play a wrap shot, but unable to control the puck. And Waterloo will recover, and Siddall will come down on the left side. Siddall, good run there. However, ultimately knocked away by Gingell. And now Jake Gingell standing behind, waiting for something to develop. Ultimately decides to take it himself. Chizowski on the forecheck. Now Pastiyov. Pastiyov down the right side. Pastiyov knocked to the ice. Relatively innocuous hit there. Lambert lost his stick and then picked it up, and now Gertz on the right side. Plays it out to Chizowski. Offside called on Waterloo. You see that Chizowski knew it. He tried to hold up before over the line, tried to get back, however, unable to, and it will be a face-off in the neutral zone.
Yep, wasn't even both skates over the line, but just dragged that right foot over, and that'll get blown every time.
And now 1 minute left in 4-on-4. Slaker unable to handle it. It will go into the zone. Slaker will take it and try to come around. However, he reverses and plays a back pass fielded by Waterloo. And there's a scrum at the board. Now Chizowski breaks out. Chizowski. And bad pass right there by Scanlon. Blankenberg to Luce. Luce will take it up. Luce now to Morgan. 1 minute left in this first period. Morgan pressing forward, looking for a 5th goal. And recovered by Nick Chizowski. Chizowski comes down the right side. Looks like he's going to take it himself. Good pass loose. Chizowski has a chance. But Strauss-Mann able to deflect his wide-angle shot away and recovered by Michigan. And now Morgan. Knocked away by Chizowski on the forecheck. Now Connor Lovey. Now Cascagnette. Put into the boards by Luce. Strauss-Mann able to recover. Dangerous play right there. Puck knocked down by Cascagnette. Michigan able to repossess. And now Josh Norris again. Lockwood on the left side. Plays it back to Lockwood. Lockwood comes to the center. Lockwood. Now 20 seconds left. Dekes out Cascagnette. Lockwood goes down to the ice. And recovered by Waterloo. Looks like Bechtold. Bechtold dumps it into the zone. Now 13 seconds left in this period. Summers gets put into the boards there by Bechtold. And now Cascagnette to Bechtold. 5 seconds left. And will be played back in the zone. And attempted final center puck there by Siddall, but nobody home. And that will be the end of the first period. Michigan leads Waterloo 4-1 in this exhibition game here at Yost Ice Arena. Michigan will have the shot lead 17-6 and the goal lead 4-1. And we will go to a short intermission, 15 minutes long, and we will be back with the second period soon enough. All right, everybody, welcome back to Yost Ice Arena here. It is 30 seconds out from the start of the second period between Michigan and Waterloo. Michigan racing out to a 4-1 lead in that first period, having 17 shots against Waterloo's 6. My name, once again, is Nick Hornberg. Joining me once again to my right is Mr. Jeremy Parks as the teams come out to restart this second period. Michigan will play their second line at the start, just as they did each of the 3 periods last night, however, starting with their top line this time in the first period today. Waterloo trotting out their third line. It will be Cam Nickel versus Luke Morgan to start.
4-1 your score as we head here into the second period. It was all Michigan in the first. The only goal for Waterloo, a wrister shot right on net that somehow got past Strauss-Mann.
And second period underway. And it will be Blankenberg who will take it before Cole able to knock it down. And now it's Dower for Waterloo. And lost in the neutral zone, blasted into the Michigan zone by Cole. And Luce takes a hit, and Luce is going to stay down for a second. But Becker coming up the left side. Becker and Nickel collide. Whistle blows, and a penalty will be called, it appears, on Halagian. Halagian pleading his case, not a fan of the call. Head referee explaining to him. Head referee skates over to the bench. And a little bit of ambiguity here.
We'll see what it is. Luce getting back towards the bench. Jake Slaker getting an explanation from the referee over near the box as well.
You know, the referee.
See if they still haven't even put up if it's a minor or a major, and it's a 5-minute major on Halagian.
Oh, that means most likely boarding against Griffin Luce right there, and that's a fair call. Luce had his back to him, his head straight at the board, and was hit straight into it.
Now Joe Ciccone over there.
And it looks like the officiating crew is going to review.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a look at it here on the camera. We have not seen the replay up on our board yet. And you see the hit on the referee's TV screen. He only looked at it about twice as he's already got the headset off. I think he's about to confirm the penalty. Indeed he is. No, he's not, as Halagian comes out of the box. See if he was ejected.
And Halagian,
yeah, he is exiting the game. He has been thrown out.
Halagian will go to the locker room. He will not play again.
On further review, he now can't get the door open to get out.
Oh, my.
Bit embarrassing. So, yeah, it's got to be the boarding call on Griffin Luce that injured him. Still going to be the 5-minute major, and Halagian will be out of the game.
Yeah, Luce getting a little bit of extra attention there on the bench. And it will be a 5-minute power play for Michigan. And it will be served by Coulter for Waterloo. I think that's perhaps a consequence of being an exhibition game. They're a lot stricter with boarding calls than they would be in a real game. Normally, yes, that's a 5-minute major. However, the game misconduct, not usual for a boarding call. And now Hughes will take it on the right side. Hughes plays it back to Ciccone. Ciccone plays it in to Olmstead. Olmstead tries to play it back, blocked by Nickel. Norris back to Ciccone. Ciccone now to Norris on the right side. Norris, Olmstead. Olmstead looks to center, scuffs it completely. Olmstead plays it to Lockwood. And now Ciccone out to Hughes on the left side. Hughes has a little bit of space. Hughes comes inside, guarded by Nickel. And now Norris with the snapshot from the circle. Completely fans. And now Hughes has it again on the left side. Hughes, shot again. Norris, same position in the right circle. Puck comes out. And there's a bit of falling there. Will Lockwood able to finish up. Michigan takes the lead 5-1. It looked like Martin had covered it up and lost it. 2 Waterloo players also appeared to be diving there for the puck. Puck fell out right in front of them. Lockwood able to slot it in on the ice.
Yeah, Norris missed the first opportunity on the slapper the one time over in the circle, and so they recycle it back around, and he gets the second chance, puts it in on net, and Martin couldn't handle it. And it escapes out right in front of the crease, and then there to take it is Will Lockwood, and that's a good goal right there for Michigan.
What happened there is it looks like Martin thought he had caught it between his legs. However, he lost it. He reaches back to go for it. Jack Olmstead standing right there for Michigan.
And again, because of the nature of the penalty, Waterloo's still down a man.
Yes, and 4 minutes left remaining on this power play as play resumes. Now Boca to Jimmy Lambert. Lambert dumps it into the zone. Now Slaker. Becker. Boca calls for it. He gets it on the right side. Boca plays it back to Slaker. Slaker fans a pass in to Becker, and it will be knocked straight down. And Strauss-Mann able to leave it behind the net, and Michigan will cycle around and come back once again.
Fresh legs for Waterloo.
And now Slaker on the left side. Slaker plays for the center pass to Becker. Kicked away by Martin. More of a reflex than anything. And now Waterloo will try to play a counter. Cascanet with the shot from distance. Strauss-Mann able to cover it up.
Smart there to put the trapper over it. Again, that was part of the problem for Martin on that scramble in front of the net. Just couldn't get his blocker down on it. And that allowed Will Lockwood to scrape up the leftovers for dinner. But it'll be a face-off for Waterloo in the offensive zone as they try and crawl back into this one. They're down 5-1 right now.
And Elliott.
Still a man down for 3:18.
And Elliott versus Morgan, won by Waterloo, but Michigan repossesses. Now Moyle tries to play it back to Mike. Misplayed, however. Blankenberg will take it behind Michigan's net. Forechecked there by Cascanet. Now Blankenberg down the left side with Mikey. Correction, with Mike. Now Blankenberg. Moyle. Moyle tries to play it back. Nobody home, and Morgan will repossess for Waterloo. And attempted hit there by Blankenberg, largely missed on Morgan. And now Jack Randall will take. And now Mike to Blankenberg. Blankenberg forechecked by Nickel and Morgan, able to sling it out to Mike on the right side. Mike eyes a pass. Tries to play back to Randall. Randall not ready for it, and back it goes. Michigan largely killing themselves off on that one moment. And repossessed by Michigan, it will be Quinn Hughes. Now Norris, Michigan's top line back out there. Norris has some space on the left side. Norris looks for the pass, takes the shot himself, blocked, and deflected back behind the net by Martin. Scrum for the puck there. Olmstead on the ice, and a penalty will be called.
It's going to be a slashing call, and I think it's going to go against the Wolverines. I think it's Norris.
It is Norris. Norris taking a penalty within a minute of the beginning of the first period against Vermont last night that led to the power play that led to the Catamounts' first goal, put Michigan in an early hole that they would never end up recovering from.
So that'll kill off the last 2 minutes or what remained in the 5-minute major penalty against Waterloo. And so it's going to finish up with 2 minutes of 4-on-4 for each side, now with Norris in the box.
And it will be Gutz versus Nick Pastioff from the right circle in the Michigan zone. Referee explaining something to the Waterloo bench over there. Pastioff versus Gutz, and it's won by Waterloo. Shot there by Bignell, blocked and deflected wide. And now Pastioff takes Slaker on the right side. Pastioff looks to the left for space and plays it back to Slaker. Slaker offside. And now Pastioff and Bignell getting into it behind the net, broken up quickly by the referees. Now, the way they've called this game so far, it wouldn't surprise me if both players end up going into the bench right now. Or correction, going into the box.
Doesn't look like anything will do here at the moment. Slow skates, not towards the box though. Doesn't look like anything has been assessed, and they'll let things simmer down. Either way on the offside call, just poor timing up the right wing for the Wolverines.
And now Morgan versus Chazowski. And puck drops, won by Waterloo. Cordson David. Cordson David to Bignell. Bignell comes up the left side. Bignell dumps it into the zone. Nobody home. It will be possessed by Jack Summers for Michigan. Warren tries to take it himself. Played back, recovered by Summers. Now Boca on the right side. Boca to Summers. Summers to Morgan. Morgan on the left. Warren's in the center, tries to play it out to Boca on the right. Boca mishandles but recovers. Boca put into the boards by Bignell and recovered by Bechtold. And Bechtold centers it to Gertz. Gertz dekes out. Mann, how at least attempts to. Mann drags a toe out and able to block the shot away. Now Warren plays it out to Boca on the right side. Boca tries to cut behind the net and repossessed by Cordson David. Cordson David will try to come up the right side. Cordson David centers it. And now Dower on the right tries to play a shot to the far side. Wide left, and it will be repossessed by Waterloo. And now Siddall, repossessed by Michigan. And hit there on Raby. And now Gingell tries to knock it down, unable to. He's going to fight with Siddall at the boards for it. Him and Mike, ultimately Raby comes out of the scrum with the puck. Tries to play it down, but Lovey having none of it. And Waterloo really keeping the puck in the zone. And now another scrum at the board for the puck. And it will be Gingell who comes away with it. But really aggressive on the forecheck is Waterloo. Now Dower has a shot opportunity, potentially. Dower fans. And it will be Van Wy on a break up the left side. Raby's in the center. He's guarded by Lovey. Van Wy holds up, dumps it into the zone. Michigan changes lines. Looks like Van Wy may have taken a hit at the end. And now Dower. Dower has his stick knocked away, and a penalty will be called. Very likely a slash there on Nick Pastioff. Pastioff will go to the box. Waterloo will have a power play.
Yeah, it is going to be a slash call there. Almost a really nice play from Pastioff, but the risk you take when you come up from behind and try and make that play, there's pretty good odds that you're going to knock that stick away. It's going to be a slash there.
And now Michigan's penalty kill, much maligned last season, and gave up an early goal at the start of last night against Vermont. However, after that, largely standing strong on the penalty kill. And it will now another chance to give the penalty kill units some experience as they will go to 2 minutes. And a bit of a clarification, the previous penalty, Josh Norris, we suspected slashing. It was an interference call. .14 remaining here in the second period. 5-1 Michigan on WCBN Sports, the Michigan Student Hockey Radio Network. And also clarification, the penalty that led to Nick Hallagan being assessed a game misconduct was not boarding, rather it was headbutting.
Either way, it was going into the boards. A nasty hit.
And now it will be Bechtold will take the face-off for Waterloo against Josh Norris. Puck drops. Not really won by any particular one. Now Cascanet plays it behind the net to Gertz. Gertz now to Cascanet. Cascanet. Now Chazowski. Bechtold. Bechtold looking for the shot. Now Chazowski has a shot. Good catch there right out of the air by Strauss-Mann. And now a minute 40 left in the power play, and Michigan will have another face-off in the right circle of their own zone.
Was trying to find Cascanet in front, just unable to get the stick to it. And as you said, that's a good heads-up save by Mann to get the glove to it.
And now it will be Bechtold against Norris again. Puck drops. Puck stays still for a little bit before finally won by Waterloo. Now Bechtold fakes out Norris, will try to take it himself. Bechtold shoots and scores. 5-2 now Waterloo. Bechtold, good shot right there. Space opened up. Mann didn't see it until it was too late.
That's a great play, all around unassisted from Bechtold. Really got Norris to bite on that deke. He dipped it back inside, went right around Norris, and had wide open space at the top of the circle. And he just took a nice little wrister shot up over the top left shoulder, or make it, I should say, the top right shoulder of Strauss-Mann. And he goes upper 90 for the second goal of the game for Waterloo.
And now the fourth lines are out there. It will be Van Wy versus Elliott at center ice. Puck drops. Finally, a faceoff won by Michigan. Now Quinn Hughes to Ciccone. Ciccone back to Hughes. Hughes comes to the middle. Hughes spins around, centers it to Van Wy. Van Wy has a little bit of space on the right. Van Wy goes right. Van Wy tries to play it around, tries to center it, but covered up by Martin. A little bit more pushing and shoving, and for an exhibition game, it's getting fairly chippy.
And again, it's Van Wy after he takes the odd angle shot, which did a decent job of sneaking its way back under the kick pads of Trevor Martin.
And now it will be Garrett Van Wy against Mitch Elliott again. This time in the circle.
And he's going to send Van Wy out of the circle.
And forgot to mention, Michigan has returned to full strength. And now won by Moyle. Hughes dumps it into the zone. Now Raby will fight for it with Nickel. Van Wy able to repossess. Van Wy tries to play a pass almost to the referee. Now Raby on the left side again. Raby looks for a pass. Raby almost looks to take it himself there. Attempted backhand shot. Harmlessly knocked away by Martin. And now Elliott will take it behind the net. Fighting with Moyle and Raby. Radke joins in. And now Moyle wins it. Tries to center it to Van Wy. A little bit too far. Hughes.
Keeping it in possession at the blue line. Good work there from Quinn Hughes. But now he's trapped behind on a rush.
And now the break, and it will be Scanlon. Scanlon tries to play one again from behind the net. Mann didn't look like he saw it, however, not quite there, and play stops. Strauss-Mann looks a little bit shaken up. Correction, that appears, looks like they've stopped play because they're checking the net.
Yeah, that dip in there close. Scanlon coming in, and he got a stick and the puck as well to that right side post. Just making sure that the net hadn't popped off. And they'll have a offensive zone face-off for the Warriors.
And now left circle, Michigan zone, won by Waterloo. For Christian Mike repossesses. Now Slaker and Gingell behind the net. Gingell plays it to Slaker on the left. Slaker tries to drive it up. Slaker and Olmstead on the left with the puck. Slaker has it knocked away by Siddall and Nickel. There will be a race for the puck right in front of the net before repossessed by Michigan. Good cross-ice pass there to Olmstead. Olmstead on the left. Olmstead goes for the shot. Knocked away there by Martin. And Mike.
Nice second paddle there. Nice save.
Mike scrums with Siddall. Now Slaker plays it back to Jimmy Lambert. Jimmy Lambert now to Slaker. Slaker cross-ice to Gingell. Gingell goes for a long shot. Almost looked like more like a pass there. Gingell able to knock the clear by Courtson David down. And now Slaker on the right. Slaker looks for a pass. Now Olmstead. Olmstead for another shot. Olmstead scores in his first appearance for Michigan. Not playing last night against Vermont. Able to come up with a goal in his second period of action in a college hockey game.
He's the last man on that fifth line there. The only man on that fifth line of this lineup sheet tonight. But a nice pass from Slaker finds him right in the slot. And he takes a nice wrister. Goes far post over the left trapper on Trevor Martin, and that's just a nice play for Michigan. Again, good heads-up passing, finding the open space, and an easy wrist. Finds the back of the twine.
And play resumes. Dower tries to dump it into the box, but played out by Mann.
6-2 Wolverines.
And now it will be Morgan and Morgan fighting for the puck. And ultimately won by Michigan. Repossessed there by Waterloo. Skate in shot there by Lovey. Blocked by the Wolverines wall. And now a fight between Becker and Morgan. Repossessed by Waterloo. Good steal right there by Luke Morgan. Now Becker unable to handle a pass. Lovey knocks it away. Lovey gets put into the boards by Brendan Warren. Brendan Warren plays it back to Boca on the right. Now to Jack Summers on the left. Summers plays the long shot in. Becker scores again off the blade of his stick, this time confidently. Pass played in by Jack Summers to the left of the net. Becker able to deflect it off his stick into the opposite corner of the net. Michigan leads 7-2.
The first time we've heard Summers' name get in the mix so far tonight as he produces the chance for Becker to put it away in front of the net. 7-2 Wolverines. And the offense continues to pour on here at Yost. That was about as odd an angle as it gets, as he was almost parallel to the post, but still somehow managed to get it around on his skate, find the blade, and put it back behind Martin for goal number 7 of the night.
This game really picking up pace in the last few minutes. Again, another quick resetting of play. Now Blankenberg intercepted, and now Gertz takes it. Gertz fighting with Blankenberg, ultimately has the puck knocked away. Now Chazowski with a shot blocked by Mann. And another scrum repossessed by Lockwood. Lockwood sees Norris in the center. Norris comes down the center. Norris finds space on the right. Blankenberg behind him. Trails the puck for Blankenberg. And offside called on Michigan now with 10.5 minutes remaining in this second period. Michigan leads 7-2. Over the whole game, Michigan nearly has Waterloo doubled up on shots, 25-13.
7 goals on 25 shots, not at all a bad tally here for Michigan, especially coming off of that 5-2 loss to Vermont last night. Get a little more pep in their skates.
Yes, 50-plus shots taken last night for the Wolverines. Only 2 goals to speak of. Both came in the first period on power plays in quick succession.
Well, we are almost exactly halfway through this game, and they are right on track for 50 shots again tonight. As you said, 25 already here with 10:32 left in the second period.
And now Nick Pastujov stands at the dot for the Wolverines. However, Mitch Elliott taking his time getting at the dot, and referee stops play right there. Looks like Moyle and Murphy a little too eager there. Now played back to loose, won by the Wolverines. Blankenberg unable to handle it. Blankenberg fans on a pass. Repossessed by Nickel, and now good pass to Murphy. And Murphy goes flying in, but now cycles back to Cordson David, now to Nickel. Rather to Radke. Dumps it into the zone, repossessed by Michigan, and it will be loose. Up to Raby on the left. Raby tries to dump it, fans again. And now loose on the left side. And now Raby again on the left. Now Nick Pastujov down the left side. Pastujov looking for space. Pastujov goes all the way around the net. Pastujov almost looked like he was trying to wrap around for the shot himself, however, knocked away.
It's going to be a penalty, I think, against Como.
And a little bit of ambiguity there. And yes, it will be against Como. Will be 2 minutes.
Might have been a trip there. I couldn't quite tell where his stick got in, but it was a bit out of my viewpoint here with the big gantry to our right.
And now as the ice gets shoveled for this little break, and Sweet Caroline sounds over the speakers here at Yost Ice Arena.
.9:44 left in the second period in the exhibition Sunday matinee here between Michigan and the Waterloo Warriors. Taking the skip across the bridge here from Kitchener, Ontario.
And it will, players will retake the ice. The face-off looks like it will be in the right circle in the Waterloo zone. It will be Norris versus Cam Nickel. Very common face-off of tonight. Waterloo using their top line very frugally. And Norris is waved off. In comes Jack Olmstead. And it's won by Nickel. And Morgan will come up. And Nickel down the center. He's one-on-one with Hughes. Nickel tries to fake out Hughes. Goes for the shot. Wide angle. Knocked away by Mann effortlessly. And now it will be Cordson David. And the penalty will be on Como for slashing. 2 minutes Michigan power play. A little over a minute and a half remaining. And Ciccone will play it out to Hughes, but shot across the ice by Nickel. And now it will be Hughes again. Hughes sees Norris. Norris down the left side. Lockwood moving a little bit towards the center. Norris plays it back to Hughes. Hughes looking for a forward pass. Hughes to Norris. Norris back to Hughes. Hughes comes in on the right side. Hughes looking for a pass back to Norris out in the center. Norris looks to shoot but appeared to lose the puck for a moment. Hughes over to Ciccone. Ciccone unable to handle the pass. Ciccone able to play it back to Norris, and now Hughes on the right side again. Hughes looking for a center pass again. Hughes comes back out. Plays it out to Ciccone again. Ciccone able to control it this time. Ciccone fakes a slap shot. Now Hughes with the slap shot from distance. Knocked down by the block. Now Lockwood has it by himself. Lockwood tries to center it to Olmstead. Olmstead unable to come away with it. And now Hughes again. Hughes to Ciccone. Ciccone this time doesn't fake the shot. Blocked by Martin. Good positioning. Now Lockwood out to Hughes at the center. Hughes from the left side. Hughes tries to play it cross ice to Norris. Norris able to come up with it, but blocked away. And now Will Lockwood will play it out to Norris again. Norris to Hughes. Hughes looking for a shot. Hughes muscled off by Gertz. And it is finally knocked down the ice end. Bit of a change right here. Julian Syme will come in goal for Waterloo. Trevor Martin's day appears to be done. And now Slaker will center it out to Ciccone. Ciccone to Lockwood. Too much on that. Out it goes into the zone. Michigan changes lines. And now Dower has the opportunity for a shorthanded counter. Correction, Waterloo has returned to full strength, and now Cascanet gets the puck in front of the net. However, Michigan able to come up with it. Now Boca. Boca plays it out to Randall. Now to Lambert. Lambert put into the boards. Dower to Boca. Boca misses it completely. Boca dumps it back down, retrieved by Lovey, and now to Elliott. Elliott dumps it into the zone, retrieved by Strauss-Mann, and it will be Summers up the left-hand side. Summers unable to play a back pass from Slaker, and play will stop. Another offside. No, a penalty.
Against Randall, perhaps?
A little bit of ambiguity. I believe that's the call for interference. And no, it will be on Jack Scanlon for Waterloo. And Michigan will go on another power play. And it will be Pastujov versus Cam Nickel, left circle of the Waterloo zone. And face-off, nope, jumped too early. Pastujov is waved off. Jake Slaker will come in and take this face-off for the second time against Nickel. And puck drops, won by Waterloo, knocked down. And now Boca put into the boards, repossessed by Slaker. Slaker plays it out to Pastujov. Pastujov dispossessed by Nickel. Slaker able to come over and clean it up, and now Boca. Good turn, plays it out. Now to Lambert. Lambert plays cross ice to Slaker, streaking down the left side. Slaker will take it himself, knocked down by Syme. Pastujov takes it high and left. Michigan missing an opportunity there, and it will be Becker behind the net. And Becker centers it to Boca at the blue line. Boca to Slaker on the right. Slaker, Pastujov plays it out to Lambert. Good no-look backhanded pass. Lambert out to Slaker. Slaker unable to handle it, and back to Pastujov. Now Slaker stops it with his skate, Boca. Now Lambert to Boca. Boca looking for the shot. Slap shot by Slaker, wide left, and the puck will come back out. Boca will repossess. Both teams will change lines. Out comes the top line for Michigan. Olmsted, Norris, and Lockwood. Olmsted really moving into that top line in this second period. Boca on the right side. Boca to Mike. Now to Olmsted. Mike, Boca. Michigan's second line on, correction. Moyle. Slap shot by Boca, knocked down by Chazowski. Mike to Boca. Boca at the blue line again. Now Mike on the right side. Mike looks for the pass. He's got Olmsted down low. Pass to Moyle from the circle. Moyle blocked again. Another block by Gertz. Now Blankenberg comes in. Blankenberg from the blue line. Plays it out to Mike. Mike centers it to Norris. Norris unable to play it in. Gertz repossesses, and Gertz will just hoof it straight down the ice with 7 seconds in the power play. Penalty essentially killed off now. Olmsted plays it back just at the blue line. Mike comes in, sees space on the right side. Plays it out to Moyle. Moyle dumps it behind. Power play over. 5-on-5 again, but Jack Scanlon scuffs that shot, and Mike repossesses at the midline. And Michigan changes lines, dumps it into the zone. Luke Morgan still out there. In comes Brendan Warren and Dakota Raby. Raby able to repossess, and now Warren just to the right in the circle. Knocked away by Elliott. And Morgan looks for the backhanded shot. Almost finished up there by Warren, but good marking there by Dower. And now Morgan out to Summers on the left side at the blue line. Summers to Raby down low. Raby tries to play it in. Nobody home other than Dower. And now Waterloo will break, dumped into the zone there by Murphy. And Michigan repossesses. Now it is Griffin loose to Raby on the right side. Raby takes it himself. Raby nutmegs Grandinetti, however, not much to come of it. Coulter plays it to Gertz in the center. Gertz to Chizowski. Chizowski looks to take it himself. Chizowski with the shot too high. And a little bit of fighting over the puck, and now Gertz to Lovey. Lovey, not sure who he's playing the pass to on the left side. Nobody home. Summers able to knock it away from Gertz. Moyle to Van Wy, the fourth line out there. Van Wy and Moyle nearly collide. Now Moyle finds space on the left. Moyle goes left. Randall's in the center. Plays the backhanded centering puck, but Randall unable to retrieve. And now Mike on the right. Gingell on the left. Gingell tries to play it into Moyle. Moyle not able to get his stick around it. And now Van Wy. Van Wy will play it to Randall. A little bit of scrum with the puck with those two, Chizowski and Grandinetti. And now Morgan will take the puck for Waterloo. And Gingell turns around, will skate back for it. And a little bit of a scrum behind Michigan's net. And it will be possessed by Waterloo. Como with a shot from distance too high. And it will be Moyle to Van Wy. Randall up alongside on the right. Van Wy goes left. Looks for the center puck, but Randall looks like slipped and fell on the ice. Now Moyle takes out Cam Nickel.
Dropped the shoulder, big fella.
And it's played back out to Gingell. Now to Moyle. Centers it to Olmstead. Olmstead with another shot, however, just wide to the right. Good play by Syme there, making himself big. And now Cascanet misplays. Plays out to Luce. Luce with a shot from distance. Slaker unable to deflect it in. And now Gingell put into the boards. A little bit scary right there. And Lambert will take on Nickel. Now Olmstead has it himself. Olmstead with another shot to the right. Luce. Down low. Luce put into the boards by Cascanet. Radke repossesses. Olmstead takes it again. Olmstead to Slaker. Bounces it off his skate. Slaker back to Blankenberg. Blankenberg up the left. And now Lambert comes back to the center. Plays it out. Slap shot for Luce. Blocked there by Grandinetti. And it's played back out. Luce will repossess. 1 minute and 24 seconds left in the second period. Michigan has had all the control really in the last 5 minutes. And slows down for a second as David Radke stands behind the net waiting for a play to develop. And now it will go to Nickel. Bounces off Morgan's skate. Strauss man able to take it before it gets back to the boards, and Blankenberg will take it on the right. Blankenberg plays it back to Jack Summers. A little bit of a scrum there in the boards. 1 minute left in this second period. Michigan up 7-2. And Lockwood pushed into the board there by Lovey. Good move by Lockwood there to evade a streaking Dower coming straight at him, and now Lovey able to repossess. Lovey chips it up into the air, almost knocked down by Norris, but unable to. Dower on the right side. Dower tries a shot from a severe angle, man in position. And another shot and a score there against the run of play by Waterloo. It's now 7-3. Cam Nickel really against everything that has happened in the last 5 minutes of this second period. Well, Waterloo gets a goal back.
It was 5 uninterrupted minutes of play. There were no stoppages since about 5:33 left here in the period, and it was a lot of back and forth, a couple opportunities, nothing too great, but Waterloo takes advantage. They get it right back up to the point, or close to, brought back down in by Nickel in between the circles. Not quite in the slot yet, but takes that shot on goal, and it goes right up over the top. Now the referee's going to look at it and see if maybe there was a deflection or maybe a goalie interference. I'm not quite sure what they're going to look at here.
Well,
yeah, I think they were looking at maybe who scored the goal, because there was a potential redirect with the stick down in front.
Yeah, there you see Nickel plays it. It may be redirected off of Murphy's stick, but that's the only reason. Yeah, that's the only reason they would have viewed. No,
unless they're not going to say the stick got in the way of man's vision.
No, there was absolutely no way. And seeing it again, I don't think there was a redirect. I do think that's Cam Nickel's
Yeah, I think
goal.
that was just right over the top. And this is a quick review as the headset's already off for the referee. Should be a good goal. It is. So it's 7-3. Waterloo had one pretty dinky goal to open up the game, but two very nice ones here in the second period.
Yeah, Waterloo playing a little bit of good hockey in extreme fits and starts.
Only problem, Michigan has also scored 3 goals here in the second period, so the score stays 7-3. But again, the Michigan defense, this is a bit of an issue, as Mel Pearson is also going to make his opinion on the matter known to the referee.
And Nickel right there had space right in the middle, and that's really the biggest indictment of Michigan's defense last night. Vermont was able to find space and open up, and Michigan's entire unit really stood there stuck puck watching on the other side, while players had relatively uncontested shots. And now it will be Luke Morgan against Mitch Elliott. Won by Michigan.
30 seconds to go in the period.
And now it will be Morgan to Becker on the left side. Becker pushing for the goal. Becker with the shot wide. I believe that took a deflection. Rolls off the board. Boca dumps it into the zone. And it will be Warren to Boca. Becker with a shot up close from point blank, but Syme in good position. Now Warren, 5 seconds left. Warren's got to hurry. They're turning it in, and there will not be another goal in this period. Second period comes to a close. Michigan out to a 7-3 lead. Michigan's scoring 3 goals in this second period against Waterloo's 2. And now for the entire game, the shot advantage, Michigan nearly doubling up Waterloo, 29-15. We will take another 15-minute intermission. Please don't forget to rejoin us in that time.
We'll be back in 15 on WCBN Sports, the Michigan Student Hockey Radio Network.
All right, welcome back. Thank you once again for continuing to listen to us at WCBN Sports Radio, the home of Michigan hockey for students here at the University of Michigan, as the teams retake the ice for this third period of this exhibition game between Michigan and Waterloo. As we said, Michigan coming into this third period with a 7-3 lead and a shot lead of 29-15. My name is Nick Hornberg. Once again, alongside me, Jeremy Parks. And now teams have retaken the ice. Once again, Michigan trots out the second line. Waterloo trots out their third to start this second period. It will be Luke Morgan against Cam Nickel.
See what Michigan can come up with here. They won the first period 4-1. They won the second period 3-2, a 7-3 tally. And as you said, they've just about doubled up on shots here on Waterloo.
And won by Michigan. Becker fans at a dump, but ultimately repossessed by Michigan. And it will fall to loose on the left side, and Morgan will repossess it before Cam Nickel, and then turned over to Brendan Warren. Brendan Warren tries the wraparound shot. Loose for a second, but Waterloo able to control it. And there's a scrum at the boards. Before it goes back to the blue line to Blankenberg, now to Becker on the right side. Becker tries to play a long shot in from a wide angle, knocked away by Julian Syme. And now loose, gets put into the boards by Scanlon before it's played back behind the Michigan net, and it will be Blankenberg. Blankenberg with Van Wy and loose alongside, looking for a play to develop. Now Van Wy, the fourth line center freshman, comes up on the right side, takes it himself, demonstrating skating ability. Van Wy almost looked like he tried to take it, but lost the puck. And now Gingell will come in against Morgan for the puck, and it will come back on the right side to Mike. Mike loses it before Van Wy able to control it. Van Wy forechecked by Morgan and Cascanet and plays it into the zone and knocked down by Mike. Mike on the right side. Mike looking for a center pass and attempted wraparound from the other side by Moyle, unable to convert. Now Van Wy on the left side comes back to the blue line, and he gets forced back into the neutral zone. Gingell almost falling over, able to retrieve it. Gingell dumps it in from the midline. The Wolverines only will change lines. And now Lockwood possesses in the neutral zone. Lockwood looking ready to drive it himself. Lockwood cuts inside around the net. Lockwood comes all the way around, centers it to Boca at the blue line. Boca fans at a pass. Lockwood able to repossess. Lockwood comes in on the right side. Lockwood reverses, passes back to Randall, and it's repossessed by Bechtold. And Jack Summers, the freshman for Michigan, dumps it back into the zone. And Waterloo breaks out. Bechtold tries to play it into Gertz, but knocked down by Summers. Now Randall tries a center pass, but only back to Coulter. And Chazowski attempts a pass, but nobody's home. And Summers repossesses. Now Josh Norris. Now to Boca behind Michigan's net. And now Jack Summers out to Jack Randall. Lockwood takes it. Lockwood up the left side. And offside called. And the first stoppage of play here, nearly 3 minutes in. Michigan still up 7-3. But now with another 3 shots, Michigan has doubled up Waterloo on shots, 32-15.
Pretty lazy pace for both sides. Coming out a little slow from the gates here, opening up the third period. Understandable. It's a bit out of hand for Waterloo, the game. Michigan maybe coasting a little bit.
And now loose to Blankenberg. Blankenberg. Slaker has space on the left. Slaker goes to take it himself. Knocked up high and out of play by Julian Syme. Syme coming in directly halfway through the game, replacing Trevor Martin.
Julian Syme in his first year out of Mississauga, Metro Toronto area.
And now Brendan Warren will take a face-off against Mitch Elliott. And puck drops, won by Michigan. Blankenberg tries to play a puck in. Lambert gets knocked off balance. And now Turner coming the other way. 3-on-2 break. Turner going for the shot. Comes off the stick of Blankenberg. Way high and out of play. And now teams will gather. A little bit of shoving there. Turner shoves Slaker. But broken up quickly as Turner skates over to the bench. And Michigan sticking with that second line right now, it appears. Oh, nope, never mind. Pearson will change all 5 players. In comes the fourth line of Van Wy, Moyle, and Raby. And Van Wy will take this face-off from the left circle in Michigan zone against Nickel. And won by Waterloo to Cordson David. And now Mike will take it, fighting with Nickel at the boards. And it's played back to Van Wy. Another scrum right there in the middle of the ice. Now Mike takes it. And before Raby able to corral it. No! Scanlon coming around for the wrap shot. Good position there by Strauss-Mann, able to prevent any damage. And whistle blows.
I think you're going to get a penalty call here against Michigan.
Oh, and
I think it might be against Moyle for a trip.
And Gingell getting into it now with Sindahl.
Moyle is already in the box, 2 minutes.
And now Michigan's penalty kill. 3.5 minutes into this period will get their first test. And now it is Luke Morgan and Markson Bechtold take the faceoff, won by Waterloo. Bignell tries to play a slap shot from the blue line, unable to convert, and it's played all the way down to the other zone. Warren on the forecheck, but Waterloo able to break out. And Chazowski slings it out to Gertz, who tries to play it in, but Boca able to control that and hoof it down yet again. Michigan killed off a quarter of this power play, 90 seconds left. And Michigan changes lines. Boca once again controls it, knocks it down. Boca largely panned for his performance on the penalty kill, especially in the first period last night against Vermont. Come up with three kills right now. And almost a trip there by Slaker, but no call. Waterloo still getting harassed by Michigan's forecheck, and now Chazowski plays it cross ice to Murphy, to Dower. And Cascanet comes in, but it's knocked away. Slaker knocks the puck away from Chazowski. Dower able to control on the right side. Dower comes back to the blue line. Dower harassed by Luce. Now Cascanet plays it into Dower just beyond the blue line. And a redirect in. Waterloo scores 7-4. Markson Bechtold scores on the power play. Michigan's penalty kill gives away another goal.
Yeah, that one was too easy. Just that dump right down into the crease in front. And a nice put away on the far side post for Bechtold.
Really, Michigan's defense once again, after not convincing anybody last night by any stretch against Vermont. And yes, this is an exhibition game, however, Michigan's defense really looking passive. See there in that play, it comes straight in, nobody makes a move on it, really just caught puck watching.
Well, Luce was down there by himself. He had 2 men to keep an eye on, and he started to tail towards the near post, and so they just went back post with the direct in, and finds itself right behind to the back, and the second year out of Strathmore, Alberta, gets a goal to his name.
And play resumes. Gingell harassed by Gertz on the forecheck. And now Randall will take it. Michigan tries to break out, and they succeed. Randall takes it up the middle. Randall plays it up the left to Norris. Norris centers it to Randall. Randall with the shot, stopped by Julian Syme, and then ultimately covered up for a stoppage in play. And now 5 minutes and 16 seconds into this third period. 7-4 Michigan, 35-16 shot advantage. And now both teams will head to the benches. Coach Pearson looks about ready to give a talk. And quite frankly, at this point, one could say, really the only thing he would say is take his whiteboard and write defend in capital letters and show that to his team. Really, their defense not impressing anybody today. And now the teams will retake the ice. And it's Luke Morgan against Mitch Elliott as Julian Syme comes back to his net. Look about ready to resume play. And puck drops, won by Michigan. Becker will take it around and will play a backhanded pass. Luke Morgan able to possess there, colliding with Cascanet. Morgan scrumming with Cascanet, and ultimately it's played back to Mike in the neutral zone. Mike plays it up to Warren. Warren, backhanded pass, intercepted by Lovey. Lovey out to Bechtold. And now Gingell bounces off the skate of Bechtold before repossessed by Michigan. Bad exchange there with Becker. Dumps back into the zone. And now Michigan repossesses Warren on the right side. Warren looks for a pass. Warren ultimately plays it back to Boca on the blue line. Tries to play it in for a redirect. Blocked out by Syme. And Morgan repossesses. Now Boca on the right side into the neutral zone. Becker just onside. Boca gets laid out by Connor Lovey. And Michigan changes their front line as Raby goes for the shot. Contested, blocked wide. And now Jack Summers on the left, out to Boca on the right. Boca passes to Lockwood in the neutral zone. Lockwood plays Norris onside. Norris comes down the right side. Norris comes all the way around the back of the net. Norris looks for a center pass. Norris goes down. Referee waves off, no hooking, and now 2-on-1 break. Boca beats Jack Scanlon to it and saves a potential 5th goal right there. And now it will be repossessed, and Mann able to grab it with his stick. But not out of the woods yet. This is really the first sustained possession of the game for Waterloo. And now Norris to Randall in the neutral zone. Now Lockwood on the right side. Lockwood looks for the pass back to Blankenberg on the slap shot from the blue line. Whistle blows before he got it off. And a bit unsure why. Nobody's moving over to the box. Possible offside. They're lining up on the dot in the neutral zone. It does appear to be offside. And now Grant Van Wy will go against Cam Nickel. Puck drops. And it will be won by Waterloo. And whistle blows again.
I think they're going to say hand pass maybe. Couldn't quite tell what the motion was there.
Would not it appeared to get, yes, the referee appeared to give the motion for hand pass on Waterloo as the faceoff goes to the Waterloo zone at the left circle. And it will be Van Wy against Nickel again. As both skaters get to the dot, and Waterloo wins yet another faceoff. Luce takes it at the neutral zone. And now Moyle. Moyle tries to play one in, knocked down by Grandinetti. And it's ultimately dumped all the way into the Michigan zone. Strauss-Mann able to knock it down, once again harassed by Bignell. Bignell loses his stick. Wild shot there by Cole. And now it falls to Cordson David for Waterloo. Cordson David plays it to Siddall, just onside. Nope, not onside. Call offside, probably the right call, and it will be another faceoff in the neutral zone. 12 minutes left in this final period.
Game still slowing down again, and it seems as though these points that have been lulls in the game have favored Waterloo, as they've kept Michigan off the board largely in those parts of the game and have gotten on the board themselves a pair of times, both at the end of the last period and early here in the third period, I should say.
Yes, and it looks like Mel Pearson has called his timeout for this third period as we take a short break before the players retake the ice. And something Michigan now outscored in this third period, 1-0. Not acquitted themselves well in this third period, possibly because really, as JP, you said it at the start of the period, Michigan really appearing to coast so far in this third period. I think that's what Pearson's trying to tell them, saying doesn't matter if it's an exhibition game, you got to play till the end. And Waterloo has taken advantage really in this period thus far. They've been the better team in this period.
Yeah, pretty animated on the bench right now, talking to the guys in the huddle is Mel Pearson. A lot of terse hand movement. Probably don't want to air out the words behind the bench.
Yeah, we probably can't put a microphone back there, or we will get in trouble with WCBN. And now the teams retake the ice from a dot in the neutral zone. It will be Van Wy versus Chizowski. Won by Waterloo easily. Van Wy didn't even get a stick down, wasn't ready for it. And now Como on the left side plays it to Gertz. Gets knocked into the Wolverine zone, and it will be repossessed by Nolan Moyle. Nolan Moyle to Van Wy. Good pass there in tight quarters. Under the stick of Jack Olmstead. Olmstead with the wild odd angle shot. Hits the bar, almost falls in. But now Gertz on the left side against Mike. Gertz plays it back to Bignell. Shot wide. Gertz. Now to Bignell. Bignell tries to pass it into Coulter looking for a redirect. And now Mike on the right side. Another shot in there by Chizowski. And Strauss-Band will catch it out of the air and just cover it. And Coulter and Gingell now getting into it. Gingell getting into it with Gertz. Really, the freshmen in this game, Garrett Van Wy and Jack Gingell really getting into it with these Waterloo players.
Good job by Gingell not to really respond to, one, a shove, and then two, getting grabbed around the cage, avoiding an unnecessary penalty.
And now it will be another face-off in the Michigan zone, left circle. Nick Pastilla versus Markson Bechtold. Puck drops. Won by Michigan. Summers will play it along the boards on the other side. Slaker has space on the left. Slaker looks for a pass, plays it to Lambert under his stick, repossessed by Waterloo. And Dower goes down. Slaker almost gets tripped there. Slaker goes to his knees, chips it behind the goal. Lambert looks for the pass out to Boca on the blue line. Lambert still has it. Lambert reverses again. And now Pastilla to Slaker, back to Lambert. And centered to Pastilla slightly at the circle. Slaker comes in, heavy touch with his stick. Slaker fans a shot and then gets put into the board by Dower. Repossessed by Bechtold behind the Waterloo net. Pastilla and Slaker on the forecheck. Waterloo breaks out to Cascanet in the neutral zone. Cascanet going 1-on-4 right now. Cascanet unable to. Cascanet dumps the puck, unable to go and chase it. Now Lambert to Randall. Falls behind the net. Lovey pushes Randall. And a scrum for the puck on the left side. Or Waterloo maintains possession. And now down comes Morgan on the right side. Lockwood able to repossess. Lockwood comes around. Lockwood loses control of the puck a little bit. Gets hit into the board by Murphy. Now another scrum on the right side. Morgan centers a puck. Defense again caught puck watching. Cordson David unable to take advantage of Michigan committing all their numbers to the left side. Puck goes out of play. Play stops.
9:55 remaining here in period number 3. And like you said, puck watching a major issue so far for the Wolverines here on defense. And perhaps some of that is youth. There is some good amount of youth here on the defensive lines. Really 3 true freshmen playing on the first and second lines in the back for the Maize and Blue. And then another pair playing on the third and fourth.
As they show Wolverines in the NHL right now, they see JT Comfer scoring last night for the Colorado Avalanche. Comfer, of course, part of that famous CCM line that won the Big Ten in 2015-16. And now play resumes. And the puck will go back into the zone of Waterloo. And now Morgan and Lockwood will fight over it. And Waterloo able to break out. Turner plays it out to the left. Nobody home. Blankenberg able to knock it back into the attacking zone. And it's played back out. Elliott behind the net. Blankenberg able to knock it down, essentially kick it. Blast it into the zone cross ice. Norris goes for it before Bignell able to send it out across the boards again. Lockwood loses control. Mike comes over to clean it up. And Elliott possesses in the neutral zone. Elliott forced back. And now to Siddall. Mike tries to play a pass in. Knocked down by Grandinetti. And now a dump into the zone there by Dave Como. And Becker will possess for Michigan. Now Morgan going down the center. Becker on the right. Becker looks for a pass. Becker holds off at the blue line. Becker takes the shot, deflected there by Syme. And it's played back to Morgan. Morgan, good chance, but good defensive positioning there by David Radke. Boca slings it out before getting put into the boards by Cole. And it's another centered puck, but nobody home. Cam Nickel takes it. Plays it out to Siddall on the left. Siddall sees Como. Como unable to redirect. And now Becker on the left side. Becker has a little bit of space. Guarded, marked by Lovey. Boca and Morgan both calling for it. Boca ultimately gets it off a deflected pass. Boca dumps it into the zone, repossessed by Waterloo. And it will be Lovey out to Cam Nickel. Nickel to Siddall. Raby there risking getting called for a hook. Lovey able to dump it into the zone, and now Jack Summers plays it to Moyle. Coulter. Michigan repossesses. Now Summers. He finds Jake Slagert on the left line in some space. Pass will let him a little bit too much. Good work there by Lovey to mitigate the risk there for Waterloo. And now Coulter has it. Coulter tries to center it. Van Wy knocks it over. Moyle plays it into Slaker on the left side. Good positioning there by Mann, and the net comes off by Syme, rather, and the net comes off its moorings. 7.5 minutes left in this game. Michigan still clinging to a 7-4 lead, but now Michigan really seems to be knocking on the door a little bit.
And that's all generated from a really bad back pass. Instead of just clearing the puck out of their defensive zone, trying to send it back into the circle, looking for a teammate, I believe was Radke, and just sorely missed on the pass, and that allowed Michigan the opportunity to produce a shot on net and then eventually knock the goal off its moorings and get an offensive zone faceoff.
And faceoff Pastio versus Chizowski. And won by Waterloo. Dower plays it to Gertz. Gertz dumps it into the zone and chases after it himself. Blankenberg's going to come over and stop it. Blankenberg takes a big blindside hit there by Gertz. Clean hit, no call. Lambert to Pastejov, repossessed by Coulter. Coulter plays it out to Gertz on the right side. Gertz has more space on the right again. And loose, fighting over it. Slaker ultimately takes it and chips it before it's taken down by Andrew Cordson David. And now Coulter to Chizowski on the left. Strauss-Mann controls it. Nick Pastejov repossesses. Slaker on the left tries to play a redirect. Unsuccessful. Now loose. Regains control for Michigan. Now Slaker loses it. Now Cascanet. Cascanet takes an open ice hit from Nick Pastejov. Offside call on Waterloo. And there will be another face-off in the neutral zone.
6:29 left here in the third period. Michigan still holding on to a 3-goal lead and still doubled up on shots, 36-18. They seem content to sit this one back and see the rest of this time dwindle away.
Yes, this third period has gone by quite quickly. As they show more Wolverines in the NHL, another member of that CCM line, Kyle Connor, scoring last night for the Winnipeg Jets against the Dallas Stars.
Andrew Kopp, former captain here, also on that Winnipeg team.
And now the ice gets shoveled. The third member of that CCM line, Tyler Mott, now playing for the Vancouver Canucks, who also own the draft rights of 2 players on this current Michigan team, Will Lockwood and Quinn Hughes.
Will Lockwood's going to be big for the Canucks coming up here, a team that's really working out of a rebuild. And you've seen a little bit of what his hands can do earlier tonight, but you've also seen some of that propensity for ugly giveaways. Not always the best in terms of his control.
Lockwood's talent undeniable, as shown by his invitation to World Juniors. Despite stats that were good but not otherworldly, that injury really stunted a fair amount of his development. It's going to be a big year for him. as Quinn Hughes largely expected to sign with the Canucks after this season. Anticipated this will be his last season at Michigan.
And that's absolutely going to be the building piece for that defense for the Canucks for years to come with Quinn Hughes.
And Lockwood can play his way to a contract if he plays excellently this season. And play resumes, dumped around the boards. Gingell puts Morgan into the boards, and now Warren breaks out on the right side before it's controlled there by Chizowski. And now Bechtold on the left side goes for a shot. Strauss-Mann kicks it away, and Morgan out to Olmstead on the left side. Olmstead centers it to Warren. Warren. And now back to Boca at the blue line. Boca tries to play it in. Loose puck before Jack Scanlon repossesses against Gingell. Scanlon dumps it into the zone, and Strauss-Mann covers it up. Under 6 minutes left in this game. Michigan still clinging to a 7-4 lead.
See one change here for Michigan as Gingell will come off. Looks like they're about ready for a line change as well as soon as the puck is dropped and they can get it clear.
And Norris wins the faceoff, and it will go to Lockwood. Lockwood hoofs the puck down, and only the second icing call of the entire game. First one for Michigan.
That'll also keep them from getting the line change out as Van Wy and Lambert sitting on the boards over there on the bench.
And Norris against Turner again. Puck drops. Another win, face-off win by Michigan, almost into an own goal right there. Norris plays it out to Boca. Boca behind the net to Summers. Summers now to Jack Randall. To Norris. Norris at the midline. Norris looking like he's going to try to take it himself. And Norris loses the puck, gets it knocked away, and chipped up into the air by Scanlon. Boca repossesses. Murphy overskates it. And now Lockwood charges into the neutral zone. Lockwood on the left side. Lockwood has some space. Lockwood looks to center puck to take it himself. Almost a bouncing puck there into the goal. Line change still not happening. And now the Wolverines change lines. Lockwood comes out. In comes Nolan Moyle, or at least a partial line change. And now Cam Nickel plays it cross ice to Siddall. Siddall plays 1-2 with Nickel, but it goes behind the net. And Boca will try to repossess it, but Siddall comes up with the puck. And now Nickel plays another center pass, and Van Wy, Michigan finally able to get that line change in. Moyle on the right side. Centers it to Raby. Raby unable to snatch it. And now Raby on the left side. Raby plays it around the boards. Puck comes around, and it will be Siddall. Almost intercepted by Raby, but now Siddall takes it up the right side. Siddall looking to take it himself. Luce knocks it away, and repossessed there by Griffin Luce. Griffin Luce chips it up into the air, and no icing called, and it's covered up by Syme. Referees determined that that could have been gotten to by Chizowski. Now 4 minutes left in this game as both teams go over to the bench to deliberate possibly for the final time in this period. This third period gone by quite quickly. Not very many stoppages in play this third period. Both teams at this point almost look somewhat ready to go home.
Just sputtering to a halt. It's been a long weekend for Michigan, as we said as well. Waterloo played on both Wednesday and Thursday this week. So they had a 2-day break heading into today. Michigan played just last night and then coming into an afternoon matinee. A Maple Leafs jersey in the crowd, always good.
Michigan, as you said, playing their second game of this weekend. And it's their first exhibition last night. Of course, a 5-2 loss to the Vermont Catamounts. And on Friday, they will play their second and final exhibition game against the U.S. developmental team. And now play resumes. Blankenberg dumps it out into the zone. Jake Slaker miles offside. Didn't even go near the puck. And now Chizowski. Chizowski loses the puck. Lambert on the right side. 3-on-3 break. Centers it to Slaker. Slaker, excellent last-second diving save by Julian Syme. That 8th goal, about as close as possible to becoming a reality without actually going in late in this third period.
Well, you can't really call it missing a sitter, but boy, did he have a lot of open net on that backside. And a great pass that came across there as well from Jimmy Lambert. And just unable to put it away, and the margin stays 3 in favor of Michigan.
And now face-off, left circle. Pastujov versus Bechtold, and Bechtold win early.
Yet they're going to send Pastujov out, I believe.
Oh, all right, I stand corrected. Perhaps Pastujov went early.
Now there was a point out, but now both are allowed to stay in, sending away the folks on the back top end of the circle.
And there, Bechtold went early. Fans wailing for Bechtold to be
send him
thrown
out.
And the puck
That's
finally drops, one by Michigan.
3 consecutive faults in the circle and no send-out.
And now Blankenberg in the neutral zone. Blankenberg to Slaker. Slaker tries to jump over the puck unsuccessfully. Pastujov takes it, sends it out back into the neutral zone. And now Como to Bignell, dumped into the zone by Cascagnette. Mann tries to field it but falls down.
Not really sure what he was doing there as he winds up on his back behind the net.
And
luckily
now
nobody there.
Slaker on the right side. Slaker looking for the center pass to Pastujov. Good defensive play there by Dave Como, laying out, deflecting it out of play. 3 minutes left in this period. Strauss Mann, playing this whole game for Michigan, really has not inspired confidence going forward for the backup goalie position.
Started off with that one softie that he gave up to Como back in the first period, and then a couple of interesting decisions to go and chase the puck behind his own net.
And it will be Luke Morgan versus Mitch Elliott for this faceoff in the right circle, and it is won by Waterloo. Lovey tries to blast it down, and now Scanlon dumps it into the zone. Mann goes for it again with oncoming Waterloo players. Mike to Becker, centers it to Morgan into the neutral zone, now into the attacking zone, dumps it up to Warren on the left. Warren looks for the center puck, goes for the shot himself, and now shot from point blank by Morgan. Morgan body slammed by Connor Lovey, and Becker will take it back out. Becker looking for a pass, ultimately backhands it back in to Warren behind the net. Warren looks for the wraparound. He comes down the left side. And ultimately played back out to Mike. Mike loses it. It falls back into Michigan zone, and Gingell will take it. Waterloo changes lines. And now Mike on the right side. Mike into the neutral zone. Mike looks for the pass, dumps it into the zone, bounces straight back, repossesses by Waterloo. Michigan changes lines. Caught out a little bit almost there. Now Mike. And now Nickel. Mike and Nickel battling for it. Siddall fans on a pass, but Siddall able to recollect the ball. 2 minutes left in this game as chipped over there by Jake Olmstead. And now Grandinetti to Nickel down low on the left. And now Radke plays for the snapshot, however. Whistle blows. Appears to be an offside.
Yeah, we really haven't had any penalties here in the third period. Just the one for Michigan, and it was Moyle who had the slashing call back at the start of the period. About 17 minutes left to play. Now we're down to 1:43. It's been a very clean third period overall compared to the first, in which we saw a score of penalties.
And now Waterloo, just a wild shot from distance from Lovey trying to get over. And now Warren, another wild shot in there by Como. Now Blankenberg coming up the right side, chips it into the attacking zone. Como recollects. Como out to Gertz in the center. And now Blankenberg dumps it all the way cross ice. Randall chases after it, but repossessed by Elliott. Elliott plays it out to Coulter on the right. Coulter looks for the center pass to Turner. Turner has in on goal, however, scuffed that shot a little bit, and Jack Summers able to repossess it for the Michigan Wolverines. And now 1 minute left in this game as Jack Summers behind the net with Coulter on the forecheck, and Pastujov brings it up. Pastujov into the neutral zone. Pastujov into the attacking zone. Pastujov comes all the way around, gets by Como. Pastujov goes down and is repossessed by Waterloo. Pastujov slams Chazowski into the board. And puck goes up into the air, recollected by Gingell, knocked to Becker. Becker on the right side. Becker controls the puck. Becker comes back to the middle into the neutral zone. Jack Becker plays it out to Slaker on the right. Slaker loses the puck, knocked away by Lovey. Mike. Now to Gingell on the left. Gingell to Olmstead in the neutral zone. Too far. Calling for icing. No, waved off. Deflection off a skate. Deflection off a stick. And now Becker behind the net, repossessed by Jozowski. And now here comes Cascanet. 1-on-2 break. Gertz up alongside. Now Dower. Dower tries to play one in. Backhand from a severe angle. Too wide. And now Cascanet from beyond the left circle. And that is the game. The game is over. Michigan, in their first exhibition game of this season, beats Waterloo 7-4 with a shot lead of 38-20.
And as they move forward, Michigan's going to have to look at the defense again. 5 goals last night to the Vermont Catamounts, 4 goals tonight to Canadian college team Waterloo, so they're going to have to take a look at that. But the offense enough to get them over today. 7 goals coming all across the board for the Wolverines. And they'll take their 39 shots home, almost doubling up Waterloo, who finished with 20 on net.
Yes, good to see Michigan converting chances that they were largely unable to last night against Vermont. Though a fair amount of credit should be afforded to Stefanos Lakos for the Catamounts last night. Excellent game. But yes, this defense, considered to be a fairly reliable piece at even strength coming into the season, has been badly exposed in both regular season and exhibition. And we'd like to thank you very much once again for listening to us here at WCBN Sports. My name is Nick Hornberg. This is Jeremy Parks with me. Thank you very much once again for listening. Have a great day, and the final score is Michigan 7, Waterloo 4.